All right, let's talk about something that's quietly affecting a huge number of people. An epidemic that's totally silent. It's a problem that for so many of us is hiding in plain sight. So, I've got a question for you, and it might sound a little dramatic, but stick with me. Is your liver hiding a dangerous secret? The crazy thing is, for millions of people, the answer is a big yes, and they don't even know it. And here's the reason why it's so sneaky. 80%. Just let that sink in. That's the percentage of people with fatty liver who have absolutely no symptoms. I mean, zero. No pain, no weird feelings, nothing. It's completely silent, which is exactly why it's so easy to ignore until, it's not so easy to ignore anymore. So what exactly is this thing? Well, it's not some ancient curse or anything like that. In fact, experts are calling it a civilization disease. And that's because it's pretty much a product of our modern, comfortable lifestyles. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What's actually going on inside your body? Well, in simple terms, the whole system that's supposed to handle fat in your liver just kind of breaks. The liver cells get totally overwhelmed, and they start storing all this extra fat that they can't get rid of. Think of it like a warehouse that just keeps getting shipments but has no more shelf space. Sooner or later, the whole operation just grinds to a halt. So what's the magic number? When does it become a real problem? See, a totally healthy liver does have a little bit of fat. That's normal. But the second that fat level tips over 5% of the liver's total weight, boom. That's when you've officially got a fatty liver. And look, this isn't some random thing that just happens. It's a direct result of a lifestyle that probably sounds really familiar to a lot of us, right? Lots of rich food, eating out all the time, maybe not getting as much exercise as we should. It's kind of the hidden cost of living the good life, if you think about it. Okay, so we know what it is, but how does it happen? Well, it's not just one single thing. Turns out there are actually 6 main pathways, 6 main culprits that can lead you here. And what's really interesting is just how different these causes are. You've got the ones that are all about your metabolism, right? Like obesity from just eating too many calories, or diabetes, which really messes with how your body uses sugar and fat. Then you've got direct damage from things like drinking too much alcohol or taking certain medications. And here's a wild one. Even severe malnutrition can do it. It forces the body to process fat in this weird way that the liver just can't keep up with. And this next part is super important, so listen up. While a lot of fatty liver cases can be turned around, the ones caused by alcohol or long-term medication use, they're a different beast. If you don't stop what's causing the problem, they can lead to permanent scarring on your liver, something called cirrhosis, and that's irreversible. Okay, that was a little heavy, I know, but here's where the story takes a turn for the better. The really good news is that we can find this thing super easily, and for most people, we can actually fix it. So let's talk solutions. Technology has been a total game changer here. Back in the day, figuring out if you had this meant getting a liver puncture. Yeah, a needle. It was painful and invasive. But now, forget that. Today, it's just a simple, completely painless ultrasound scan. We can literally just look at a screen and see what's going on. No pain, no fuss. And you might be wondering, okay, but how good is that scan? Well, it's 97% accurate. That is staggering. It makes checking up on your liver so simple, there's really no excuse to not know what's going on in there anymore. And honestly, if you take away only one thing from this, let it be this. Fatty liver is not a life sentence for most people. It's not. Your liver is an amazing organ. It has this incredible ability to heal. As long as you get rid of what's causing the problem, it can bounce back. It is completely reversible. So how do you actually do it? What's the plan? It's actually pretty straightforward. You just have to go after the root cause. If it's a metabolism thing, you're looking at managing your weight, getting more exercise, and keeping your blood sugar in check. If it's from something like alcohol or meds, well, you've got to cut back on the drinking and talk to your doctor about what you're taking. It really all boils down to making some key changes in your lifestyle. But you know what's even better than fixing a problem? Not having the problem in the first place, right? So let's switch gears and talk about prevention. What's the playbook for keeping your liver healthy for the long haul? The cool thing is, the prevention playbook uses a lot of the same tools, just with a totally different mindset. This isn't about some crash diet or a quick fix. It's about building good habits that you can actually stick with. We're talking about balance, a balanced diet, not binge eating or drinking, keeping an eye on your weight and being smart about alcohol. It's not about being perfect. It's about creating a lifestyle that's just good for you, day in and day out.
So let's wrap it up with this one thought. Every single day, with every choice you make, you're basically writing the next chapter in your liver story. You're the author. You hold the pen. So the real question is, what kind of story are you going to write?